rise today on behalf of the Latino Caucus to commemorate Cinco de Mayo and support House Resolution 104 declaring Cinco de Mayo Week. The annual tradition gives us the opportunity to reflect on the courage by the Mexican army at the Batalla de Puebla, or the Battle of Puebla, and also to place their achievements in historical context in order to recognize their significant impact. The history is chronicled in the book El Cinco de Mayo, An American Tradition, by Professor David Hayes Bautista. The Latino Caucus has delivered the book to each of your offices, and I really do hope that you get an opportunity to read it. In this illuminating history, Professor Bautista describes the link between the Battle of Puebla and the defeat of the Confederacy during the Civil War. In 1810, Father Miguel Hidalgo had proclaimed the abolition of slavery in Mexico, and President Vicente Guerrero, one of Mexico's revolutionary leaders who was Afro, mestizo, and a descendant of slaves in Mexico, signed a decree abolishing slavery in 1829. It took nearly 36 years after Mexico abolished slavery for the U.S. to ratify the 13th Amendment in 1865 in order to end slavery in the United States. When the United States signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848, which ended the Mexican-American War, they acquired the Southwest, our beautiful state of California, and parts of Wyoming and Colorado, all lands and people of that land that were already free and independent. This is why the Battle of Puebla on the 5th of May in 1862 is critical. The outcomes would affect the history of the country immediately south of the Confederacy, and the U.S. already engaged in the Civil War that lasted from 1861 to 1865. This is the chronicle of what this truly means. As the French marched into Puebla, they planned to take over Mexico and use the country as a potential base to assist the Confederate efforts against the Union. If both the French and the Confederacy had been successful with their plans, there was a risk that both the South and Central America would have been characterized by slavery and oligarchy. Fortunately, the indigenous people of Puebla, as well as the Mexican soldiers, defeated the French on May 5th, 1862. It would have been a few more years before they truly defeated the French, their bravery is still remembered and honored annually. Let us remember Cinco de Mayo for what it truly is: a day of justice, equity, independence, and freedom. The Cinco de Mayo holiday has since expanded to recognize the contributions of Latinos across this country, from the civil rights movement to the immigrant rights movements of today. I hope we all take a moment to reflect on the interwoven intersectionality history of our people and the contributions of Latinos across this country. Thank you, and I urge you and I vote on this resolution. Thank you.